I had actually taken her to a clinic to have x-rays done, a scintigraphy done where they light up the whole body. And you know, I was expecting something, but when the vet called me in, he sat me down and he kind of showed me what they were seeing on the x-rays. He was like, there's no cure for this. And you know, like, and she was 5 years old, and I looked at him and I was like, what? He says, there's no cure for this. He says, we think that she has a degenerative joint disease and it will just continue to get worse as she gets older. So I was kind of like, you know, like the wind is knocked out of you, and I kind of like, you know, went back to, and I had to take her back that day. So we walked back to the trailer, and I'm getting her on, and I'm trying not to cry. You know, you try not to cry, and you're just like, okay. So I sat in the car, and I just said, okay, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be, and she'll be with me for as long as she can be a horse. I mean, I didn't want to bubble wrap her or, you know, keep her in a stall for the rest of her life. I just said, well, she'll be a horse. And as time went on, and I would see her out in the field, and she's very dominant in the herd, I would see her, you know, spin around and double barrel a horse, and, you know, I'd be like, wait a minute, you're supposed to have a degenerative joint disease. So finally, after 2 years, I was like, you know, let's re-x-ray the joints and see if anything's changed. And, you know, I kept Kirsten posted all along as far as like, well, you know, she's not any better, she's not any worse. And when they did the x-rays, there was absolutely no change. And no one could ever give me a definitive diagnosis. They said that's what they thought it was. So I said, well, we have nothing to lose. And I said to Kirsten, are you willing to do this? Because I can't do this myself. And
like,
so
yes.
she was willing, because it was definitely not easy. So we shipped her down here.
She brought the horse down here to get back into work and see what we could do with understanding biomechanics, understanding correct movement. And the horse that was really unrideable, diagnosed with neurologic disorders, diagnosed with like pelvic deformation, stifle disorders. I mean, all this whole laundry list of things that were wrong with this young horse. We got her rideable. We got her really looking a whole lot better, to where people are like, wow, I can't believe that's the same horse. A behavioral problem on top of the physical issues, right?
She's come along amazingly well. I mean, I can't even describe. Just to be able to ride her again and to see her progress. And I love that horse. I mean, she's tough, but she's tough and she's fair, and she's very clear about what you're doing, you're not doing right. So I figure she came to me for some reason. I'm not sure what yet, but so it was. And I could not have done it without. This farm it's been such a gift. It's been a gift for her, a gift for me, and even my other horse that I have down here. She would have just, nothing would have ever been done with her, or, you know, I mean, I had even contemplated, should I be putting her down? Should I be, you know, is that the right thing to do? And I made the decision that she would stay alive for as long as she could stay on 4 legs. You know, if I ever saw her, you know, stumble or fall, because my biggest fear was I'd go out in the field one day and she would be down with a broken leg or something. So it was a really hard decision, but, you know, I don't think I could have gotten to where I am with her if I didn't have this place and I didn't have Kirsten to help me. I could never have done it.
And today,
yes,
rode shoulder 4 to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been so wonderful.